like, oh shit, this is not as good as I thought it was. But I guess art is art's subjective, isn't it? Everybody has different style, everybody has we as well. So as you can probably imagine.
Where's Gina? You just left the pump running and disappeared. You gotta play so hard. You. Last breath is captivating critics everywhere. Driver jumps on bailout. He's not. No, he's not. I'm not.
Deposits from just £25 per person. That's the power of Love Holidays.
The only way to make things right is to do the
Hello, you lovely lot. How are you all doing?
What? No.
Bit of an odd one today.
Jimmy the Butcher cut off my little toe with garden shears and made me eat it as a loyalty test.
First ever SMP Sunday. So,
I worked at a
yeah.
sunglass kiosk at the mall for 4 years, so not only have I been through hell,
This was meant to go a lot differently,
you're gonna get out of Chucky's house.
as you can probably imagine. But
Pay rent for the night you spent there.
things have come to a slightly awful turnout.
One more thing, babe.
Basically, this SMP closes, and this basically the awful set has got nothing to do with it. This SMP closes down around the 4th of April, right? Not the 14th, as I said yesterday. Closes down around the 4th of April, right? And with that, I said that I would, in Discord, build a mega base by 4th of April. As you can see, kind of got it going for us. Oh shit. Kind of got it going for us already. And basically, the whole kind of concept here is to just build it out of dirt. Now, I've actually built this massive, I mean fucking huge, 260 by 260 cube. And now what I'm going to do is put chains from each corner and make one of those 4-dimensional shapes. And then inside that 4-dimensional shape, we're going to have a prism. And inside of that, we're going to have another prism. And you can kind of see the gist here. It's going to be a very geometric sort of centered base, focusing on one point where there literally is just going to be a bed with a chest and probably a furnace as well. See, mega base, if you break it down, mega and a base. Now, mega to me is just something like megalophobia, something massive like this. Something you can see from a distance that will give you fucking fear. This literally goes up from sea level to world height, so I think we've covered that basis. And actually moving on to bases, nice little segue there. I hope you like the skin, by the way. It's my SMP skin. The base, what I define as a base in Minecraft is essentially a starter base, or just a beginner base. So as I said, a bed, a chest, and a furnace. Possibly a bit of light with some torches, we've got over here as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And a source of food, I guess get some wheat as well. Source of food. But yeah, it's pretty much what it defines a starter base. It doesn't have to be built out of any sort of block, could be a bit out of dirt. But yeah, that's kind of what we're going for here. However, what we're actually going to do today is hop onto a creative world and go ahead and plan this thing. Plan the hell out of it. Because basically what I'm going to do over the next couple of days, because I'm doing this every day for like 30 minutes a evening. We're doing like a half an hour today as well, because I've got to go somewhere in a minute. We're going to do 30 minutes every evening of every day. I may record a couple clips from them and just post them on YouTube, which is linked over here, by the way, so you can check it out if you want to. Also, a vid went up recently, which did exceedingly well, and I'm over the moon about that. What the hell am I even standing on? I also got a theory video coming out quite soon, as well as a hardcore VOD as well. So there's a lot of stuff in production right now. It has all crammed up because I've kind of procrastinated quite a bit. But also I have got uni work and some other art projects on the side. So yeah. But obviously there's that sort of work, personal life, and this kind of life balance as well. So there's that aspect too. But it's going well. So yeah, if we just don't die here by a drowned and run away really quickly. Run away, swim away. So we're gonna go over here because this is where the island is. Actually, speaking of which, I don't think any of you have seen my actual base yet. It's probably a good opportunity to show that. We pop over this way, you will actually be able to see my stuff. This isn't my house. This was already here. The other thing is, right, because the server's getting reset, nobody's really been on the last couple of days, so everybody's just left their structures here and there. And actually tuned into M's stream yesterday. I think there's a server owner, I do believe. Emelda, Ember Live on Twitch. Maybe drop him a follow. Really nice person. Yeah, I think they own the server, but I've completely lost track of what I was saying. But yes, over this way, if we pop over here, turn a little bit of bread left, handy, handy dandy. Little bamboo farm here. Yeah, so I basically joined in the last 4 or 5 weeks of this SMP, so pretty late, as you can imagine. Kind of the same as I did with Solar, where everything was already built and there was already stuff going on. The hope is, because I'm free on the 5th, I should actually be able to come on here, do a stream with all of them in the starting area, like run about, maybe find a mega base spot next to theirs. I've already got plans for builds. And the thing is, I'm actually going to free think it. I've got theme ideas, I've got kind of rough conceptual plans, but I haven't actually built anything yet in advance to, or in pretense for the kind of upcoming Season 1. Because the one that's just gone by is Season 0, so this is the kind of very first iteration of this world. Now, one thing I don't know is if they're resetting the world, or if they're resetting like the entire thing, so it's going to be a completely new world. If that is the case, and it's a completely new world, that would be awesome, because obviously, new terrain, new environment, same world, I could just come here, build the same stuff, and then continue from there. Or I could go with something completely different. I'm actually going to give you a quick base tour before we move on to the actual build stuff, though. So up here, we've got my little treehouse. As you can see, a bunch of chests here, basically just full of shit, because I decided, you know what, if this is the last couple of weeks, then it doesn't really matter where I put any of my stuff. Got a little campfire up here, which goes out the top, works as a little chimney, which obviously susses out the tree a bit for being an actual tree house. Got a lovely little view here. There is a bit of divot down there. We'll get to that in a minute. Then my bed used to be up there as well, but I've got on me now because we're building the massive dirt thing, which I plan to get finished by the 4th. Creeper hole here, because why not? Again, there's no point really filling them in. Mainly a little tree farm I started. It's kind of growing. The idea was kind of surround the tree house in trees and just build a massive forest outwards, but then have like a massive wheat field surrounding it. So sort of like elven, sort of hidden locations sort of stuff, bit of secrecy, and bits like that. And then down here, if we just jump in here, you can see there's a tunnel underneath that I did build. Took a while because it was a pain, because I did it with a wooden pickaxe. But down here we have a sugarcane farm, which is now all fully grown. Tell you what, let's do one last harvest and see how much we got. The one I built on the Solar SMP, I believe I managed to get like 6-7 stacks from like just one mine. I don't know how much I'm going to get from this. Like nowhere near as much I can guarantee. But I haven't actually fully mined this away yet. And already you can see I already had like plans for other bits too. So yeah. But then again, I can just build this kind of thing in a different space when the world gets reset, or if we go on to another world. Just find another space like this. Something else I'd like to do on this new season as well is kind of be a lot more sociable, a lot more kind of communal, because I feel like joining late, I kind of distanced myself quite a bit from the other bases and other people. This time I'd like to try and like move closer to other people and just trying to get involved in a bit more. Because I have actually got some good ideas for like shops and stuff, as well as like community sort of projects and things that are really going to help the server I've got a death thing in case they haven't placed their bed properly. That's gonna, I hope, really help as well. But yeah, I don't want to reveal too much because, again, free thinking and kind of all of it's going to be a surprise. But this tree here, I don't think you would ever be able to tell that this was like an irregular tree. Like, standing from a distance, if you were just like walking... If I was just walking like round this way, I would have like the top of my screen cut off there. And you wouldn't even notice, right? I know it's a bit see-through, but some trees are. You wouldn't even notice that that was like... Ah, it's good. It's very, very good. But yeah, that's pretty much all that really got taken place. There is a tiny bit of a wheat farm over there, which I started doing. But sugarcane underneath, tree house here, tree farm here, bamboo there. And then just been working on the dirt base. And I have steadily been gathering the lot that I can over time. So yeah. I've also been planning for the next episode of Shadowcraft, so a bit busy, but we're doing alright. All I can say, big things this month. Big things coming in April and kind of the rest of this month. Oh, and there is something big coming at the end of this month as well. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to be back in time for... I should be. No, yeah, I should be, yeah. Let me just give me a sec. So, the sale's back on the 5th of April, right. Yeah, April the 5th is Saturday. So, yeah. Instead of doing a fucking the shittiest IRL stream I've ever done, like I did yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and do the SMP with all the other people. I think it's opening at 7, so that's like kind of perfect timing for everything. So, yeah. So... What am I doing? Yes, I need to go on to creative, and we are going to go ahead and build something. Very sort of geometric based thing as well. It should be interesting. Is this working, right? I've got a mic on me, I don't know if it's... No, it is. It's 100% working. Okay, cool. No, it is. It's 100% working. Okay, cool. Just wanted to check. And now I'm getting playback. Cool. Right. Awesome. Let's turn it down a bit. Right. I haven't actually been, like... I actually can pretty much say I've just been playing on the SMP. It's kind of what I have mobile for, because for some reason the Xbox won't play me. I've tried to sort out my account, I just can't fucking, like... And I've made a new one as well, it just doesn't work for some reason. I've got Xbox Live, it's just a faff. So mobile is probably the easiest way I can go with this. A, because it's portable, I can just take it wherever the fuck I want. I know most people play on laptop, but also... yeah, mobile's just easier. A smaller screen, people still kind of frat about Minecraft being kind of shit and a child's game and shit like that. But yeah. All is well. Yeah, so we just basically need to find somewhere that's going to be okay for this. Preferably an ocean. because we're going to need to build 260 blocks in every direction. Is this okay out here? I think so. Yeah, it should be. Okay, cool. Tell you what, we'll go off of there was trying to build a house there. We go off of this real quick. And I will actually build this out of dirt as well, because otherwise it ain't entirely going to be realistic. We're going to try and develop some chains today as well. Try and build some chains, which should be a challenge. We just come out like farther than this house. But just farther than the island. Right, there we go. What I can just do is a bit of quick maths here. And if I whip up a calculator, I can figure out exactly the 260 differences that one is from the other. So, calculator. Oh, it needs to turn on quads real quick. It needs to turn on quads. I know it's going to be a very short stream. However, I might go live later. It might be silent because I'll be at somewhere. We're basically going round to our cousins today for Sunday roast. I don't like roast, so sausages, yay! As most of you know, I like sausage anyway. Bit of a crude joke there, but it's the truth, isn't it? Fucking show coordinates. Right. So if we move back and forth, so that's what we're at now. We pop over here again. What are we at now? We're at 530. So if we do 530 minus 260, I should be able to do this in my head, but it's easier doing it calculator. It's always faster as well. The fucking calculator would like to work. What was it, 530? 530. Oh, it's going up. Okay, so 530 plus 260 equals 790. So we need to go to block 790 with this thing. Yeah, okay. So what I can literally do is, because we're in creative, just wind back the whole thing like this. And within a matter of seconds... oh shit. I'm building us, of course, dirt as well, so that it doesn't grass over. I won't be switching the one in the actual world, because it's way too much gravel together. I think essentially the one in the actual world's pretty much just... What the fuck? I think the one in the actual world is pretty much just going to become like a giant passive mob farm. Because obviously only... Yeah, it is literally just going to become a giant passive mob farm. Right, so that's going up as well. So what is this? Oh, what the fuck? 157 plus 260. 157 plus 260 equals 417. Yeah, so even if we don't get this finished now, as I mentioned, I might be going live later. It may be silent, may not be. I may take my mic with me if I can just find a quiet place to go ahead and stream right. But ideally, I'd like to get this sort of base plan for the end of this season done today so that I can pretty much just build it tomorrow. So I've got uni tomorrow. We're going to the National Gallery in London. Honestly, never been there, which is a surprise to me because I do like going to kind of like art museums and doing a bit of research on stuff. So it's kind of weird that we've never been to the National Gallery before, like with school or just anything. It's going to be a very cool outlook, I think. We've got an exhibition on too, but as I mentioned, I'm doing animation and games at uni, so we finished on April the 10th, sorry. We finished on April the 10th, which is stupidly early. I have got work in the summer already, so I know where I'm going with that, I've got ideas for like stuff to do as well, and especially in terms of this as well. Now I'm guessing we'll have work set over the summer, but also in addition to that, we have actually got an option to go to a sort of uni event. I think it's like every Tuesday and Thursday, up until sort of, it's from April through May, but it's basically mocap. We're learning mocap in sort of like a green screen studio, which is awesome because they've got like 2-3 mocap suits at the uni, which is amazing. So that can be super duper beneficial for the games that we're making in future, or can make in like our 3rd year. So we'll basically have inside knowledge. Because the thing is, I don't think I mentioned this, but I'm doing year 0. And what that basically means is I'm learning kind of essentials and fundamentals before we go into the actual course. And so I'm going to have a bit more info on the actual course that I go on to do. Whereas people that are just joining in this 1st year may be a tiny bit stumped with stuff, or they may be kind of really kind of with it and everything, kind of preparing for the uni course. So yeah. But also it's a chance to meet new people. Obviously I've met a load of people on the year 0 course. However, there's a bunch of new people joining in year 1 of this sort of uni course I'm doing as well. So it's going to be amazing. And hopefully we've got a bunch of new people to kind of play games with and just go out with and do bars and shit with. Maybe I could invite a couple of people on the SMP if they play Minecraft. Because I know they're looking for new people as well, like 4 or 5 new people, something like that. So yeah, be awesome. So this is 790. 790 minus 260 equals 530. Okay, just going back to 530 again. Cool. Cool. And this is the problem I was worried about. To be fair, I have this on the world a little bit as well, where it kind of goes into a mountain, but we should be fine. The actual world's a lot smaller, so it doesn't bother me too much. Obviously on creative, we can just use commands to clear stuff with like structure box or just a fill command with air, so it's not too much of a worry. I've just got to keep an eye on the time for today though. But yeah, as I mentioned, I can come on later and probably do some stuff then as well. So yeah, give me a sec here. If I put back into Twitch real quick, kind of shit that I don't have it open in it. Chat. 22 years. We got about 8 minutes left ish, which should leave us at like 11 GMT. And actually for future SMP Sundays, they will be longer, I promise, because obviously we'll have the new season on and everything. For kind of future SMPs, right, SMP Sundays, I actually released a schedule everywhere on my Insta, TikTok, YouTube. The only place I couldn't put it was over here, because Twitch, I'm pretty sure, only allows stories that are of kind of Twitch origin. So if you want to see that schedule, when SMP Sunday is going to be happening, if you want to tune in for like other sort of bigger projects and just things like that in general, then I would consider hitting up my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, anything like that, or X, shall I say. And then, because they're all linked basically over here. They're all linked here, so you can pretty much just hop over, check them out, see when stuff's happening, and then if you're free, just tune in or have it on the background. We're doing work or something like that. But yeah, and yeah, also just feel free to chat, say fucking anything you want. Just comment on stuff or start a convo on fucking anything. Obviously nothing that's gonna be like hurtful or discriminatory, anything like that. But yeah, just like, even just like hi or just anything like that, fine. It's completely fine. Right, so now we just got to take this back to the other 260, which was back here. And this should all line up properly. Well, hopefully it has anyway. Because that's the island I was up before. Yay! It has. Right, so now we just need to do this for all the corners. So if we go up by 260, fly across, go up to by 260 again, go across, up by 260 again. You can kind of see where this is going. And yes, I did this all in survival on the Chaos SMP as well. Because you can't change the settings. Because it's an admin-owned server, you can't like change your own settings. So I literally had to build the entire cube out of dirt in survival. I think each 260 length is about 4 stacks of dirt. So it's not too bad, but it is quite annoying when you've only got stone shovels because you haven't progressed that far in the game. So there's that aspect to it. There's that aspect to it. Wee up. Trouble is trying to stop yourself before you land in the water. Could be a very fun game for like creative stuff. Or survival. Maybe you could drink like potions of levitation just before you hit the ground so you don't die. That could be awesome. Or they slow falling. Yeah. If you could like drink potions of slow falling just before you hit the ground, like a game of chicken, but obviously you respawn as well. Because the server isn't hardcore. I think someone said they're going to play like it's hardcore. And me and I think a couple of people are going to have a mission to just fucking like set traps and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting play. But yeah, a couple of people basically they've kind of just started planning bases for season 0, which is in a couple of weeks. So I'm interested to see how they kind of go with that in survival. And obviously, if they need any help with like redstone or anything kind of surrounding a sort of architectural building or kind of just design or terraforming, I'm obviously here to help. As I said before, bit of an artist. I can sometimes project a lot of that into the game. I know it's blocky, but you can actually still add a lot of cuteness because less in this game is technically more, unless you're building on a massive, massive scale in which you can add more blocks to create sort of like a chiseled in detail. But yeah, my redstone knowledge, it's not extensive, but it's enough to make things work, to figure out timings and to make doors work, to make machinery work. My redstone knowledge is more based around like super smelters and kind of farms and things like that. So if anyone needs help with that, then obviously just obviously they can hit me up and then just ask for a bit of help. And then for the other stuff, the building side of things, anyone's seen Shadowcraft, then you'll know the cottage is quite cute and sort of dainty. But yeah, if anyone needs like, I don't know anyone's watching right now, but yeah, if anyone needs like building help or stuff, I'll be there to help. And again, that just comes back to kind of the social aspect of it. I just want to be kind of as helpful and as sociable as I can on the server. But yeah, everybody that I've seen that's planning their bases has their own sort of very key, unique theme. I don't really have one of those, so I think I never said this on camera, with art as well, right? I myself don't really have a specific style. I draw a lot of one thing, but I don't always draw it the same way or in like a quote-unquote style or with the same technique. So I think my style is not having a style or just trying multiple and having like a unique outcome every single time. And that's, to be honest, that's what I love about my art, is that every time I do something, it has a unique outcome. If I really want to, I can force it into trying to replicate it or match the style. But if I just free roam it with like, obviously with reference, but if I just free roam it, music in my ears, just going with it, going the process, going with the flow, then yeah, pretty much every single time, different style, kind of different outlook, and they all are pretty much very unique. Some of them look shit because of the way that they've been drawn. Some of them look really good. Some of them I'll think the day before, you know what, this is really good. Then I'll come back the next day and be like, oh shit, this is not as good as I thought it was. But I guess art's subjective, isn't it? Everybody has different style, everybody has different tastes. And well, yeah. To be honest though, modern art, what the fuck? People like knocking buckets over with sand in them. I don't I think modern art, it's so much more like emotional kind of representation driven rather than kind of physical being present kind of stuff, if you understand what I mean. A lot of stuff today, like modern art, quotation marks I should say, it's a lot of, oh, this is meant to represent the circle of life by pouring buckets of water in a circle into a flat plane of steel, and how it swells, it complements how life equates to death. Something like that, right? But then again, sort of what people are calling actual art, which I do partially agree with, you could do something that equates with life and death by having sort of black and white contrasting colours on a piece that maybe has this sort of very Grim Reaper-ish looking, or Thanatos, or what you think an incarnation of death might look like in your kind of world building or lore, in a sort of white robe, and then life in sort of like a black robe, and then just sort of have some sort of grey undertones that sort of mix everything together. That could equate to the balance between life and death. So yeah, it's, again, art is subjective, but I feel like modern art just ain't quite there. To be fair, they could be ahead of their time. They could be ahead of their time. In the future, that might be exactly what people are looking for. I don't know. And obviously there's AI art as well, which, now, I have used AI before to test it out. Look, my opinion on AI art, fucking awful, okay? Because what AI actually does is it just takes tens and thousands, hundreds of thousands to be honest, of images and cuts them down into tiny little particles and then slaps them onto a piece. That's basically what AI art is. And because it does that and it doesn't create its actual own sort of stuff, its own original material, what tends to happen is you'll see, if you like follow a line on AI art, it'll actually just turn out to not be aligned at all, or stuff won't match up, or if it's doing hair or hands or feet, it'll just completely fuck it up. For some reason AI cannot do hands or feet, the fingers are always off, there's too many toes, or yeah. It is also scary though how much AI has advanced. I saw a thing the other day on Instagram of like an old AI sort of program running this sort of dance move thing with like an overlay filter of like a Greek statue versus now, and it is frighteningly scary of how much kind of it's improved in that aspect. So there is definitely frightening aspects about it. However, my belief is that kind of AI will never be able to do what humans can do with that sort of initiative and that innovation and that kind of idea to make stuff from nothing. Yes, humanity uses references, but what I can sometimes do is go ahead and draw without reference, just draw straight from my head, and not even from a memory, just like an original thought. So, yeah. And there's so many people who are like, oh, AI is going to take over when it's self-aware, right? It won't. AI is already self-aware. It was made self-aware ages ago. Nobody even realises this. I mean, yes, we still have to give it commands to actually make stuff, and that's the thing. It can't make stuff itself. Right. This thing is built. We're going to have to come on later because we've wasted half an hour building this thing. Lovely seeing you all. Yeah, I should see you around like 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, hopefully. Either I'll be talking or I'll be silent. I'll be able to type in chat though, obviously, so I won't be completely silent. But basically, I just want to build some like spheres and maybe some sort of like triangular prisms and a central piece, and learn how to build chains diagonally. As I mentioned before, I'm okay at building. I'm not best when it comes to sort of things like chains, sort of like, I don't quite know what to call them, accessories? In a way, I can build like big island structures and houses off reference images and things like that. But accessories in terms like chains and, I don't know, like all the minute details are sometimes a bit hard to add in, especially when you're building them at angles, because it's easy building them flat, whereas building a chain diagonally, you can kind of see where it's going to be a bit harder, especially after dirt, where it all looks the same. So, I thought I was going to sneeze there. I'll see you all later. Have a good one. But yeah, check out YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, anything. There's some stuff in there that won't be on here as well. And also, it's where the dates are for the SMP Sundays. So, see you all later. Sayonara. And good. I didn't mean to do that. And good.